Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading for the month of March. My water family, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, I do this reading once a month for the month ahead, and that's what this reading is for March 2023. If you are brand new, welcome. I hope you'll be in the comments. I hope you'll offer a thumbs up, or if you like this content and you want to see this tribe grow, if you want to grow with us, please just be in the comments. Thank you so much for doing that. And for those of you who always click here, my ride or dies, you're always clicking and watching. Thank you, my Pisces tribe. I really do appreciate you. And you are the ones helping make this tribe grow. So thank you so much for doing that. I am here to do this monthly read, and we are doing it a little bit different this month than we did it last month. So this month, what we're going to do is we're going to put down 9 cards. Usually I just read for love, career, and finances. And now we're going to go into a 9-card draw. This is going to be a little more comprehensive than the usual monthly reading. Thank you so much for clicking here, Pisces. Oh, and happy birthday to you, by the way. Still going to be your birthday season going into March, I think until the 19th, right? Or the 20th, something like that of March. So let's find out what's going on for you in the rest of your birthday season and the rest of March. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, tell me about Pisces. So the first card out is going to be your current self. What energy are you bringing in from February to March? We have the Page of Cups. Okay, so ready to look at maybe things of the heart space, looking at them a little closer. It feels like possibly this could be the month for new love for you. The Page of Cups is that. But for some of others of you, it could be maybe you're going to be getting an apology you've been waiting on. Whatever it is, I feel like it's going to surprise you. I don't think you're expecting it at all. Second card out is the overall theme of the month of March for you, Pisces. The overall theme for March 2024 for the Pisces tribe, please. We do have the High Priestess. So it feels like the overall theme is being in your intuition. I'm going to say that maybe you're not feeling the most social, that maybe you're kind of being quiet. But I want to say when the High Priestess is here, for some of you, you are going to have a level up as it pertains to your psychic energy. So for some of you, as we go into March, we have today, as I throw these cards, it is the full moon. And I want to say that with this High Priestess energy, that energy from the full moon might carry on through to March, as it does, right? It does linger. It just doesn't stop when the full moon is over. So I want to say that maybe you're going to be more introspective, listening to your intuition more. And I feel that's because you're about to go through some things this month that might lead you to a new love interest. But I think overall, in general, that you're getting more acquainted with your psychic self. For some of you, you could be a reader. I feel like for some of you out there who are like psychics and mediums and that kind of energy, I feel like you're going to have an upgrade in that energy. Your gifts are going to change. So I feel like that's something you can look forward to in the month of March. Next card out is a key goal for you to pursue. And what key goals should you be pursuing in the month of March? Okay, look, it is the theme of love. It feels like there is some sort of decision or choice that you are going to make, or possibly someone's going to choose you. And the overall key to pursue is I feel like your heart is open and you're ready. You're ready to find new love, or at least to invite it in, right? And then we have an obstacle for you to overcome, Pisces. What is the obstacle for you to overcome? Isn't that interesting? The obstacle for you to overcome is love or connection, or be offering someone your cup when they offer it to you. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I'll go back and clarify all of these, of course. The next card out is a major accomplishment in the month of March for you, Pisces. What is your major accomplishment in the month of March? Interesting. Moving on. Knowing when to leave. Look, that's so important, right? It's so important to know when to leave the job, the relationship, whatever it is. But you are very loyal, I feel, and you don't move on as easily from love situations that haven't worked out. But I feel like this month, in the month of March, you're listening more to your inner self than you are to anything else. And I feel like some of that energy is probably going to lend itself right here. And the major accomplishment might be you learn to know when to leave. That it's when it's time to go, it's just time to go. You have to disconnect from chaos and move to the calm. It may just be time to do that in some of your relationships, right? You might need to choose to do that. And then we have, oh, by the way, the window's open because it's a beautiful day here. It's almost 50 degrees, by the way, Fahrenheit people. That is, it's 7 degrees Celsius people. And it's in the middle of February, which is wild, but I've got the door open, so you might hear some road noise. All right, let's take a look here. Next card out is what to avoid in the month of March. What to avoid possibly is travel. Either travel or maybe making any important choices out of fire, I'm going to say. So if you're making important choices, deciding what you want to do, or maybe you do want to travel, do not make those impulsively, I'm going to say. There are going to be choices to make, but please don't make them impulsively. Please look over the details. Next card out is going to be what to embrace in the month of March. What to embrace is possibly maybe that you're juggling a lot of things. Maybe it's time to get more organized. If you are not the person who is willing to cut anything out of your life, or if you just can't. Like some people just have their lives so busy that they just can't cut out anything. You can't cut out the kids. You can't cut out the cooking. You can't cut out the cleaning. There's things you can't cut out, right? So I think you're being asked to be a little more organized so you can juggle all of this, so you can balance it all through the busyness that will be March for you. Next card out is where to find support. Where can you find support in the month of March? I feel like you can find support in your intellectual self. Now, you might know someone who is a King of Swords. A King of Swords is a lot of people. Could be a psychologist, a psychiatrist. Could be somebody who maybe is in your life as a lawyer, or a judge, or a magistrate. Somebody who has legal energy, possibly. Maybe you need some legal advice, but it doesn't have to be that. It's the intellectual self. It's being honest and truthful and transparent. Always telling the truth. And so I think where you're supposed to find support is in being truthful and honest. And when we decide to be the King of Swords, because this is some pretty bossed up, honest energy here, very noble, right? Energy, willing to tell the truth at any cost, like even if your knees shake, kind of willing to say the truth at any cost. And I think that where you find the support is being truthful and honest and transparent with people, regardless of what their actions are going to be when you are this. Because when you are this, when you decide that you're going to be in this bossed up energy of being honest, you're going to chase some people off. They're going to choose to leave, and you got to let them leave. Tell me about the advice, please, for Pisces. Tell me about the advice. Look at that, right in the center of everything. We got love. Tell me about the advice for Pisces. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. So the Five of Wands in the reverse is not paying attention to the competition. It's no longer being an indecision. It's making clear, concise movements, right? This person is playing chess. It's like, I need to make the movements that I need to make for myself in order to win the game. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like all of this is going on in the Pentacle world, and I feel like you are about to come across some knowledge about how to collaborate or how to cooperate, or maybe the wisdom of a group of people who are like this, who are very open and solid and sturdy. Maybe it's a group of work friends. It could be. It doesn't have to be, but it is somebody who's in your 3D, so a group of friends that are willing to collaborate with you, willing to teach you things, show you things, as long as you're willing to learn. All right, let's take a look. Let's do some clarifying here. Tell me about Pisces, please, for March 2024. Tell me about Pisces. We want to know about the current self. I feel like there is new love coming. For some of you, it's an apology, but both of you, any of you, there will be something surprising coming here. Tell me what the Page of Cups is telling us. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. So I feel like you do come into this month single, some of you, but for others of you, I feel that your finances are going really good. I want to say that you're really confident that this is the month that you will find new love, or that this new love will come at you, hopefully. But I feel like you're really confident. I feel like you've got everything you need in your Pentacle world, Pisces. Some of you, maybe that's not true, but I feel like you're holding it down really well, all by yourself. I feel like you've built yourself to here all by yourself. And I feel like you need nothing in the Pentacle world. I feel like everything is covered. And I don't mean that you have gobs of money that you can fly and jet around. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, all your expenses are covered. You can afford to pay your bills. You can afford to eat well. You know, I feel like that's the energy that you're bringing in here. And now that you have the Pentacle world covered and you really don't need anything else, I think that you're looking for new love here. We do have the Devil energy here. Why is the Devil energy here? We do have the Page of Swords. Interesting. I think that some of the things that you see make you nervous. As it pertains to the dating world or finding new love, I feel as though you're trying not to be scared. Because I really do feel that people are terrified of things they don't understand, which comes down to people who are, I just had someone in the comments the other day, and they were just going on and on about how divination is evil and yada yada, right? Those people I don't even pay attention to, but you know, I kind of got it out of the way because it's not something that we really need to be staring at in the comments, right? If you're not about divination, then leave. That's all I'm going to say. If you're not about divination, you don't like what I do. I don't know if you noticed, there's 10 cups on the roof here. We're into a happy environment here. We don't need your bullshit. So I'm just going to say that this person was with the bullshit and I'm not with the bullshit. So I'm going to say that people are scared of what they don't know. And I want to say that you need to get more familiar with fear, doubt. Where are these feelings coming from? Feeling like you can't move forward, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you have fear of moving forward, maybe fear of relationships. I think it's time to dig in deep here with the Page of Swords. It's time to dig a little deeper and find out why you feel that way. And you may not feel that way. Maybe I'm not reading about you, but for those of you who are feeling this way, I feel it's time for you to turn around and face the devil. It's time for you to look the devil in the eyes and say, I'm not scared of you, because I'm going to learn about everything that I need to learn about why you make me fearful, why I feel connected or feel like I have an attachment of some kind of you. It feels like you need to work through your fear of long-term relationships. Tell me about the High Priestess, please. The overall theme for the month is the High Priestess. And this is your energy, right? Tell me about the High Priestess who is Piscean, please. We do have the Six of Cups. We do have the Two of Wands. And we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like this is kind of wrapping it up here. If you are going to take any sort of decision this month, if you're going to make a passionate decision, please make it slowly. I feel like with the Two of Swords, you don't want to get hurt. You may be feeling a little stuck. You may be feeling a little stuck inside as well. We've got the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups did come up next to the Two of Wands. So I do feel that you do want some sort of a soulmate connection. This could also tell me that, you know, you've got thoughts from the past, things that didn't work out for you, and maybe it's time to take another route. Maybe it's time for you to take another path here, and that you will be making a passionate decision. I'm going to say that down here we're looking at what to avoid. So I'm going to say be careful with that energy, that I feel like you're open and ready to meet somebody who feels like a soulmate. I feel like you're open for that because we do have the Page of Cups here, but I want to say don't do it in passion. Don't just jump in because of the fire, because fire always burns out. I want to say whatever decision you make, whatever path you take is the path you're supposed to take. So don't stress out about that, but there is a decision to be made here, and the decision might be that it's time for you to get out of this blocked energy. And you might be blocked in your intuition because we do have the High Priestess here, but I feel like it's time for you to take a path. Maybe the only reason that you're blocked in your intuition is because either you're not listening or you don't want to take the advice that the universe is giving you. Take that as it resonates. We have the next card, which is a key goal to pursue. I feel like you are pursuing or do want to pursue a soulmate connection, right? That's what that tells us right there, that in your intuition, it's telling you, I do want a soulmate connection, but I think the Two of Swords is a problem because you've been hurt before. Something that you don't see, something is blocking your vision, I want to say. But I feel like with the Lovers here, that the Lovers is a key goal to pursue. We do have the Five of Wands, which is indecision. Should I pursue it or not? We have the Queen of Cups. I think you're ready. You're showing up as the Queen of Cups here. You're showing up as someone who is ready to be a mother, ready to be a father, someone who's compassionate and kind and loving, who's very intuitive, psychic, and really giving, kind and caring. Someone who's ready to love with all of their heart. Someone who's ready to give a cup of love to someone here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. And then we do have the Four of Swords. And so it feels like you've healed yourself to here, I want to say. That you've healed yourself to here, and now you're feeling, you know, because the water energy, right, is a little more passive, loving, kind, like a beautiful blanket, right? A beautiful heavy blanket, feeling comfort. And I want to say that the Four of Swords has put you there, that you've healed yourself into being emotionally available and ready for love and ready to share your love. But I want to say with the Five of Wands, there still is a little bit of indecision. Where do I step from here? I'm not really sure what to do. So an obstacle to overcome might be the Two of Cups. Now, I feel like you have been hurt before, and it feels like you've been in soulmate relationships before, but I feel like whatever's coming up now, this is an obstacle to overcome, and I think you are afraid of falling in love. And it may have been because your intuition was blocked before. And so I feel like you are supposed to, hang on, I just threw a card on the floor, try and overcome this maybe it's not an inability to love, but an inability to actually stay in the moment here. Yeah, you need to transform the way that you look at relationships, the way you look at love. For some people, they look at them as sacrifice. We do have the Eight of Swords here. I feel like you kind of get to a place where you maybe get sort of obsessed with your partner, and maybe you just want to be with them all the time. Maybe you want to be loving on them all the time. It feels like you get stuck in your head, and it's hard to change the way you think about relationships. Because look, you're all love. You got a lot of love to give, a lot of emotion. That's what you're about, right? The Three of Wands. So the ships that are coming in, I feel what is coming to you is a new way to look at love. I feel like you're going to transform the way you look at love, that obsession does not equal love. Obsession doesn't have a place in a relationship, because if we got to be stuck to each other all the time, that is codependency. That is not love. That is, it feels like you need to know the difference between codependency and love. If someone's asking you to give up things that you are in order to be with them, then that's codependency. That is not love. So I feel like the Two of Cups is something that's incoming for you. I think the ships are coming in and bringing you some sort of a relationship to test you, to see if you have transformed. I want to say, if you've gotten out of this overthinking process of what a relationship is supposed to look like. The Death card with the Eight of Swords tells me that you're transforming the way you think. Tell me about the Six of Swords. I think we're hearing fireworks in the background. I'm pretty sure it's fireworks. All right, let's take a look here. We've got a major accomplishment, the Five of Swords. Sorry, the Six of Swords. So it means that I think that maybe you need to approach relationships in a way of being detached just a little bit. Don't allow it to get into chaos. Make sure that you have enough time away from the person as you do with them. A lot of people make that mistake, right? They meet someone and then they got to be with them 24/7, all the time. And sometimes it's good to be apart. Sometimes it's a little chaotic if we stay together constantly. It's a really big decision that you're going to have to make that is going to change your life. Having distance between you and the person that you're dating is important. It really is important for you two to work on yourselves separately while you're not with each other, because being codependent or being stuck at the hip constantly is called codependency. It is too much of an attachment. I think you're supposed to be a little less attached. I'm not saying be detached, but be a little less attached to it. The Judgment card tells me that you are going to end a situation, possibly, like end how you're thinking here about the Two of Cups. And I feel like you're making a decision to be a little more detached from love, like maybe not make it all of your focus, that everything in your life needs more focus than love does. We do have the Father of Wands, who is the King of Wands here. And we do have the King of Pentacles. So it feels like some of you could have disconnected from someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Some of you could have disconnected from someone who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But mostly I want to say that you have a decision to make. And for some of you, it's between two kings, possibly. We do have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. One who is operating in fire, who does everything that they can to go toward the things that they are always inspired to chase things that make them feel passionate. It makes them feel alive inside. And the other person is someone who's ready to settle down. Someone who's ready to settle down, build a house, have a family. It feels like you're going to have to make a decision between two people, possibly fire and earth. But I feel like one of them you're going to have to completely disconnect from, and that's the big decision here. So I feel like the major accomplishment here is that you are going to finally make a choice between two kings. That's what it feels like here. That you will have the opportunity. These two kings are coming at you. One who's really stable and grounded and will give you a pentacle life with a lot of comforts of home. And the other one will give you a lot of fire and desire. And I see this King of Wands as someone who's taking risks and, who maybe just wants to sell everything and go into van life. Like, it feels like with this king is someone who I feel is someone who is chasing passionate things. And we do have what to avoid. So what to avoid is the Two of Wands. And I want to say that this is impulsive decisions. Impulsive decision making. It says that the Hermit is here to tell you that it's time for you to settle down, look at things the way they are, and gain some wisdom over the situation. Hide yourself away and make your decisions. But try not to make impulsive decisions as it pertains to which one of these or which way you want to go as it pertains to the Two of Wands, right? Those are two different paths. We do have the World, and so I do believe that this is a milestone or an accomplishment that you are learning that, I could be talking to someone who has a lot of fire in the chart, right? Even though you're a Pisces somewhere in your chart, that you are also heavy fire. That's what it feels like here. So I want to say that if you decide to jump forward and make impulsive decisions without thinking it over first, that it could be something that is kind of detrimental to your mental health or to yourself, your emotional self. It could make you sad. It could end up not working out for you. We do have the World card here, which tells me that you are going to stop being the impulsive person here, and it's time to get to this milestone. It's time to get to this achievement. And the only way you're going to get there is by the Hermit energy, gaining wisdom, going in by yourself, finding your light. What is your light? And when we have wisdom, and we move slowly, Virgo energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy, when we move slowly, fixed sign energy, when we move slowly toward a goal, we can still make the decision, but we're just not jumping in without all the information, because if you do, we've got the Five of Cups. It could end up in regret. And I think that also the Five of Cups showing up is telling me that maybe you might be regretting closing a door on some situations or one of these people possibly. Next card we have is what to embrace. I feel you're supposed to embrace but organize the Two of Pentacles. So if you have to stay busy in your life, of course, the first thing is to look at is always, what can I cut out that is really drawing a lot of my energy away from me? That's always the first thing to look at. And if you come up with, I absolutely cannot let go of any of these things that are making me feel too busy or like I'm juggling, then it's time for you to get a little more organized, I feel. The Hanged Man energy just popped out here, and we have the Ace of Cups. One more. We have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so I want to say that maybe some things that might even make you happy, it's time for you to walk away from those things. The first one out was the Hanged Man. And so I feel like you really need to check within the self. Look at it from different perceptions or perspectives, right? Your perception is one thing, a perspective is different. You get perspective when you are in the Hanged Man energy, not your perception, which is, I know it, I see it, it's my way or the highway. It's like, I will not go outside my realm of thinking. And the perception is the Hanged Man energy. Yeah, it's being perceptive and watching how everyone else is doing it. And not to say to copy, but I feel like if you know somebody who is very busy in their life and is very organized, it's time to seek that out and think about how you can get more balance in your life. We do have the Ace of Cups, and we do have the the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like what you're going to do is try and take the emotion out of it, that you're going to disconnect from things that you no longer need. And they may be relationships. They may be with the Eight of Cups. It may be leaving where you are to go find something better. Maybe you don't want to settle. Maybe you're not ready to settle for, it feels like your life is so busy that you don't have time for love. I'm going to say for some of you, not all of you, right? Take the parts with you that work and the parts that don't, leave them here for someone else. But it feels like somebody here is too busy for love. And so that's something that we need to think about. What are we doing here? Am I settling of being lonely because I feel like I can't fit anything more into my schedule? Well, if you want to have something else like love, you're going to have to cut some things out. You're going to have to remove some energies in order to invite some energies in. All right, where to find support? I feel like it's with somebody who might be an authority on something here. So maybe someone who is a good planner, or someone who knows how to organize. Someone who can help you detach from the things that you feel you must have in your life or you must juggle. Tell me about where to find support. So for some of you, you might find that support in lessons that you're learning. Maybe it's with your clergy, possibly with a Taurus, I would say. But the Hierophant energy is about learning a lesson, knowing that you're being held to a higher standard than everyone else, and just getting by with living the standards that everyone around you is living is not enough. You're being held to a higher standard. Why? Because you are the spiritual teacher. You are the one who knows the higher self, who is in touch with the higher self. I feel like this is telling me that where to find support is with the higher self, your intellectual higher self. I feel like you need to learn the lessons of the Hierophant, pick a path and go there and stay on the path no matter what everyone around you is doing. You need to stay on that particular path. We have the Son of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, and it feels like some of you might be dealing with some sort of a new love that's going to end up in some sort of a love commitment. And it might be because you contacted the King of Swords, and we have the Daughter of Cups, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. So it does feel like there is some love coming in that is going to end up in some sort of commitment for some of you. But the King of Swords is telling me, think it out, move slowly, don't react, respond, get better organized. It feels like once you get better organized in your life and reaching into the Hierophant energy here, I feel like that does call in some love. Once you can get rid of what you don't need, it calls in more energy. Tell me about the advice for the month for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Magician, we have the Daughter of Swords, and Daughter of Swords, and the Mother of Pentacles. So I want to say that this Magician energy here is telling me that you need to know your worth. That in this energy of no longer having indecision, I feel like you figure out who you are. You figure out that you have all the tools that you need. Maybe you felt like you couldn't cut anything out. You couldn't get organized. You had to continue juggling. And juggling just means you had no time for yourself. So I feel that you realize you have all the tools. You can start making decisions anytime that you want. That Ace of Swords can be easily used to cut things out. The King of Swords will teach you that. And so I feel like you begin to realize that your worth and that you are the master manifester. You are, right? You are the master manifester, Aries energy here. But it feels like it's time for you to start manifesting the things that you want. You no longer have indecision that your manifestations won't work. The Magician tells me you've found your power. You now realize that whatever you want wants you. And all it means is that you're going to have to live at the vibration of the vibration you want to call in, because we don't manifest what we want. We manifest what we are. What shows up is what we are. So you got to make sure that it's all in place. We have the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. And it feels like you need to be a student of the magician. You need to find a magician or realize you are the magician and be a student of that energy. Know how to manifest, know how to manipulate the energies. I mean, in a good way. And we do have the Mother of Pentacles. I feel like it brings you to stability. When you realize who you are and you can have whatever you want, you can manifest whatever you want, I feel like it brings you to a place of the Queen of Pentacles. Stable, looking toward being the Empress. All of your energies are stable. Financial stability, everything is stable. I feel like this person, this King of Swords, is going to be significant for you. Look at that. Three of Pentacles. I feel like you really are going to find a new tribe. It feels like you'll make a friend or friends, maybe plural, and it feels like you will find people to collaborate with, to bounce your ideas off of, to coordinate with. It feels like you are going to be meeting a new group of people who you can trust because they're solid and grounded just like you. They're probably entrepreneurs and people who are looking at moving their lives forward by creating in the 3D. And I think they're going to teach you how to create in the 3D because look, at the end of the reading here, in the end of March, you end up being the Queen of Pentacles who has all their pentacle life in order, right? Everything is grounded, sturdy, stable, and dependable. You can depend on all of it. All right. I don't know if that's something that you wanted to hear, but if you did, thank you so much for doing that. And thanks for watching. Please be in the comments. I do appreciate it. And a thumbs up would be grand if you like this reading. I'm going to go for now. Love you, Pisces. Bye-bye.